Thanks for staying with us. F1RST Media Limited is the company behind a dynamic web and mobile application, which provides people in the Caribbean, both businesses and consumers alike, with a rich, targeted social media experience. Join me now as I chat with Kyle Maloney, co-founder and brand champion of F1RST Media. Let's talk about F1RST. Is it an app? Is it a social media platform? What exactly is it?
Oh wow, great question. F1RST is a technology company. What we've done basically is to tackle a problem that we've seen in the Caribbean, the communication between businesses and consumers. And so what we've done is to bring all of these businesses online in a very rich way and add some really cool features to increase engagement with the businesses and the consumers. And so we've built a website and a mobile application to increase that level of mobility such that people can utilize the application, utilize the services on the go.
Where did the inspiration for F1RST come from?
Wow, a long time ago. I went to school, and my colleagues, we went to school in the US and the UK. And back in 2007, thereabout, it was a craze. Facebook was now launching, and Twitter, I don't even believe Twitter had happened yet. And we were thinking, wow, like online applications are the thing to do. And so back in university, we started our own online app, something a lot smaller, an application basically for students to share or trade items between each other and find out what's going on campus. And so we called that app, we called it Axum, all right, funny name. And from starting the application, we learned a lot, and we came back home here every summer, and we realized that, whoa, applications like this could have tremendous value in this region. Thing is, though, we were utilizing 3G up there, and we were utilizing Edge down here, so there was sort of a gap in terms of what was possible in this region. So by the time we left school, I guess we came back here in about 2010 and began thinking about how can we build a real application for this region that can really fit, not just for college students. And it struck us in terms of we just didn't have that sort of connection that we'd have with businesses that we'd have back in the States or the UK. I can just hop on my phone and find out where are things to eat, where's a place to go, take out my phone and book a cab. Like, the level of interaction that we had then, we've grown so much accustomed to, just wasn't there anymore. And so it was more so, yeah, like it was just automatic that that was the thing that we would do. And so we reached out to our colleagues internationally, and we began building from there, building this application to really begin connecting businesses and consumers. And so the first part of it, what we have done is, like I said before, bring the businesses and the consumers online. And once you have them interacting in that sort of community, there's so much more that can be done afterwards. You can go from just you finding out where to get stuff to you finding out about deals to you buying things online. Like, the levels of interaction between the business and the consumer becomes almost limitless.
So let's talk then about the features of the F1RST app.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, and then I want you to tell me what's the benefit on the end of the consumer, and then what's the benefit for the businesses that come on board with you.
All right, excellent, excellent. The features. So what we've done basically is to stage or phase the features that we want to have consumers and businesses have. So in the first phase of features, what we have is discovery, the ability for you to search and find anything, and the ability for you to narrow down your search and say, okay, so I'm interested in food. I want to find a place that has air conditioning, a place that has parking, a place that has Wi-Fi. Like, so right now you can't do that, and so on the first app, on the moment of launch, that's what you're going to be able to do. Have a really rich search experience. And then from the business side of things, we're offering the businesses the ability to be very much more discoverable. So me and you, we're having a conversation here, and we can say, well, you know what, Wi-Fi has broken down, or it's gloomy, let's go to somewhere else. So what we do, we wouldn't jump on our phones to see where it's somewhere else to go. So on the first app, you'll be able to say, okay, cool, I want to search for somewhere in St. Clair or in Maraval, and I want to find, a food place in those places, and begin to narrow it down by that. And so the value to the business would be ranking, would be, hey, I am, let's say, Pizza Boys in Maraval. I would like to rank a lot higher when people search for food in Maraval. And so the ranking of businesses and then the advertising on the specific page. When I search for food, I can see ads from Pizza Boys, I can see ads from Buzo, from Show Cafe, from whatever different restaurants that will give me the options that I'm looking for. So it's very much contextual type advertising and search ranking. And that's what we're offering to businesses from the go.
So how will is it that the ranking, the organic search ranking is going to be at the top, or the paid advertising at the top? Which is better?
All right, yeah. So how it works is that, I guess you'll be familiar with Google, and Google has their featured search to the top. And so we'd have something very much like that. We'd have, I guess, the top 3 featured spots, and then the rest are organic rankings. And how the organic ranking works is based on popularity, and popularity is based on how many people would have been to this place before, how many people would have reviewed the place, added photos, and so it's based on the amount of interaction a person has with a space, with a business before. So I can give you an example. Let's think a roti shop, Dobson's Roti Shop, let's say, per se. They could have a massive amount of interaction because lots of people go there, that's the rave. And ironically enough, another place that you would think that would be very popular wouldn't rank as high, because they just don't have that level of interaction that they do. So it's within the business's interests as well to really increase that level of engagement and let people know, hey, we're on first, check us out, check out our menus, check out our products or services.
So unlike Twitter and Facebook, who've had some difficulty trying to monetize their platforms, First has a business model ready and raring to go through advertising and that kind of thing.
All right, so we work a lot with international mentors, and so we've managed to do some really good work with guys from Travelocity, and actually one of my newest mentors, she's from Apple. And the phrase, the term that they've given us is that we have what you call second mover advantage. Second mover advantage is the ability for people to see what has done and what has failed, and then come in and do it a lot more refined. Google wasn't the first with search. They were the first best one with search. And so First is the first in this region to do something like this, but on an international scale, not so much. And so what we've really done is to learn from what the Facebooks, the Googles, the Yelps, the Foursquares have done, and really say, okay guys, what are we going to do home here that is going to really be able to monetize and really be able to drive value? And so we don't think of it, how can we make money per se? I think, how can I drive value for the businesses? How can I drive value for the consumers? And you'll be rewarded accordingly for just creating that value.
What has the response of businesses that you've approached been like?
Wow, it's been tremendously phenomenal. We're working with a lot of different businesses across a myriad of industries. So we've spoken to businesses in retail and shopping and food and drink and consumer electronics, and so just numerous businesses across the industries. And these guys are, by and large, they feel as though that it's been overdue. It's long overdue. They themselves would have traveled internationally, and they depend on these applications internationally when they go. And so when they come home here, it's almost like, I don't know, the sound effect, womp womp womp. Yeah, so they really are looking for applications like this to come out, and I guess they're looking for the younger generation as well to do it, to really do something innovative and really push the bounds. And so it's been definitely very positive.
You have a very interesting way of scouting these businesses to get on board. Tell us about that.
What we've done basically is put together a really dynamic team of young people. So what we did is that we reached out to the UTTs, the UE, the COSTAT, and say, guys, here's what we're doing. We're launching this application in this region, and we really need you guys to be a part of it in this way. We need to bring on thousands of businesses in Trinidad onto the platform in a really rich and meaningful way. And so they're excited. They're definitely very forthcoming to say, hey, Kyle, let's see what we can do to help, and here are my students that would be really interested. So we took students from marketing, from business, from communications, and from computer science, and brought them together to begin putting these businesses on and adding them. So what they did over the period of 16 days, these guys went out to 16 different towns, from Digger Martin to Princestown, and began interacting with these businesses, introducing the platform to people along the way. And these guys added over 4,000 businesses in 16 days.
Wow.
So it was a phenomenal campaign, as well as they added over 12,000 people to sign up to the site. So it was a campaign that was supported by very noteworthy brands like Digicel, SM Jalil, and the Courts. And these guys really came together and infused their own brand spirit and brand purpose into this drive. And it was something that was really phenomenal, really fun, and the results that we got out of it was, yeah, definitely amazing.
Is the drive finished? In terms of the businesses, how far along are you?
All right, so we started with the university students, and so we selected on a really opportune time to maximize and capitalize on these guys. It was just their, what do you call it, summer vacation. We don't use summer in Trinidad, but yeah, so it was just their summer vacation. So we could utilize these guys every day for those 16 days. With a couple of days break, we took them to Maracas, and they went to play mini golf, and they went ziplining, sort of fun stuff. But then now, we're taking time to consolidate the campaign and say, all right, what are the things that went really good? We know those things, but what are the things that we can tweak and optimize on, such that when we hit them out again, we know that we're going to even do better than the last time. And so what we're going to do in a few coming weeks is take the Maven Drive and have it on a weekend only. So we'll hit specific towns on a weekend, because the mantra was to get a different town every day. So next time we'll be in another town, hitting it from, I guess, a different angle, hitting some streets that we wouldn't have gone on to before, and capturing them. So it would be maybe a Friday, Saturday, Sunday sort of thing, and doing that over the course of the next year, such that we get every business online in a really rich and meaningful way, from the doubles man to, I guess, the big brand, the Courts and the Pizza Boys. On our Facebook, we're reaching just over 15,000 likes. And the engagement that we're having there is a testament to consumers saying really positive things, really amazing things. Consumers sharing their experience